right, welcome everybody to Dave Cooper Live. And today we have a special episode where we are shining a light on the people, the products, and the processes, enabling us all to build it better. And today our guests are joining us from Italy and France as we showcase A-Fold houses, prefabricated foldable wooden homes designed in Italy and delivered around the world. So, would you like to see what it's like to live in an A-Fold home? Join us for behind-the-scenes look at the manufacturing facility where A-Fold uses groundbreaking technology and innovative materials to build modern modular homes that unfold to provide an affordable, high-quality, sustainable living space. Durable and earthquake-resistant, that's right. Let's tour this solution designed for many uses: residential, commercial, resorts, and even disaster relief accommodations. These homes are engineered to grow, move, or change with the owner's needs. Designed with Italian style for comfortable living. Based in Città Sant'Angelo, Italy, please welcome Giustano, who is the CEO, Nico, the sales director of A-Fold Houses, broadcasting live from the manufacturing facility, and Valerie Meyer, live from her A-Fold home in Blotzheim, France. That's right. From her A-Fold home, she is going to show us the inside. A-Fold is a registered and patented brand. The A-Fold houses are designed and produced in Italy. Their teams have a solid experience on prefabricated construction, acquired in over 20 years of activity in planning, manufacturing, and developing various building solutions, always with an eye to the green technology. The A-Fold goal is to revolutionize the prefabricated affordable building industry through smart designs and innovative manufacturing processes and quick and easy installation processes. A-Fold Houses has their eyes fixed on a better future and are determined to build it better. Now, we can't do any of this without our sponsors, so we better just start off with that. So a big shout out to Forward Solutions Group for allowing us to deliver these examples of construction innovation. Forward Solutions Group is successfully driving companies to succeed where others have failed. Learn more about Forward's recent acquisition of Moducore, an ERP solution for offsite manufacturing. To learn more, please reach out to Ben Hershey, Ben at ForwardSolutionsGroup.com. And also a big thank you to Howick. Howick produces innovative precision roll forming technology for our customers throughout the U.S. and the world. Be sure to download your free Howick Machines Buyer Guide for modular and offsite construction. Go to howickltd.com to learn more about what they have to offer. So again, thank you so much to our sponsors. I love that we can travel the world virtually and talk about and showcase innovation that is happening. We had Boxable on, but this is wooden. So let's just hop into it right now. Let's bring in Nico and Giustano and have them join us in the stream. Gentlemen, you're sideways on me. You went sideways. What's happening, you guys? Can you hear us? Ah, we lost their sound. I don't know. That's better. There it goes. It's turning now. All right. So we have Nico and Giustano with us. Nico, Giustano, can you hear us? Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're not able to pick up on your sound right now. We cannot hear you at this point. So why don't you guys, work on that and get back to us? We actually have a special guest that we're also going to bring in. While you're working on your sound, I'm actually going to play the intro video that shows exactly what we're going to talk about today, and we'll come right back to you. So this is the A-Fold home, and this is how it is assembled on site. And as we are waiting for Nico and Giustano to get their sound fixed, which worked 5 minutes ago. Who knows what happens with the world of internet. But this is their patented technology that we're going to be reviewing today, and we're going to be discussing with them. We're going to talk about the R&D that went behind this and what their patented technology is. We're also going to talk about the environmental and sustainability and efficiency of the materials they are using as well, and the fast installation and logistic advantages as well. So it's Italian design and high-end quality. So if you are tuning in for today's show, please let us know where you are tuning in from. Put a quick cue in front of your questions if you do have questions. And like always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure if you're not following Giustano and Nico and A-Fold that you go and you follow them on their website. So it's going to be an amazing conversation. Hopefully we get their sound back in, but if not, we got somebody else waiting in the wind that actually lives in one of these fabulous homes, and I cannot wait for you all to meet Valerie Meyer. She's going to tell us about her experience and how much she actually loves what she has going on in the house. So hopefully those guys will be back with us in just a moment. But in the meantime, let's enjoy watching what we have going on here in the screen. Perfect. All right. So we're almost done with this. Nico, I can hear you. This is great. I'm glad you're back. Give us 1 second. We're just finishing up the first video here. Hopefully you can see it on your screen as well.
I can.
And then we'll get into it here. But I just love watching this, man. This is all I mean, just amazing how fast it's going together.
Yeah, definitely. Very fast, very fast. First of all,
Yeah.
thanks for having us, Dave and Nico. This is Giustino, the CEO of the company, from our factory in Città Sant'Angelo, Pescara.
Yeah, I love it. So we're in Italy. Nico, you're on with us and you know, head of the business development and sales. Nico, you're the CEO of this manufacturing facility. Both of you speak better English than I will ever speak Italian. I can tell you that now. I'm just so appreciative that you're going to show us this technology. I think it's to me it's as hot as it's the newest thing. It's like sliced bread. I'm loving it. So Nico and Giustano, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, you know, how this all came about, and then we're going to hop into the questions.
Yeah, of course. So we have been in the wooden construction business for over 20 years with a company called Aria Legno. We do produce CLT panels here in Italy, and we have built a lot of structures like residential, sport facilities, school facilities, any kind of structure in wood. Then 5 years ago, we started developing a project about this foldable system just because we were trying to reduce the time schedule on the building site that we were calling is the more expensive and the less manageable. And so in 5 years, we came up with these three models that you can find on our website, Model A, Model T, Model C. The video was about the Model T. We have installed a couple of weeks ago in Spain. And the main features of our houses is for sure the foldable system that grant us to prefab the house at 80% in the factory and physically ship in a container. And we can deliver all around the world. And we just need very, very short time to install the house on the building site. So we're talking the video we have seen, it's about 3 days of work. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So we're looking at 3 days of work here. Why don't you guys tell me, you know, before we hop into this, like, where did the passion come from to do this? Did you just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to create a house that's foldable, that's easy to ship, and, you know, we can build it in 3 to 5 days? Like, where did the dream come from?
The dream came from initially from the earthquake we suffered in the center of Italy in 2009. And we were looking to some kind of accommodation to give fast relief to the population eaten by the earthquake. And we couldn't find a way. We couldn't find a way to reply to their needs effectively. So that's what it's all about. And I must tell that Giustino is the heart and mind of this project. Is very passionate and is very into R&D with our engineers. So they started discussing, you know, just brainstorming about what's the best solution to provide fast accommodation. And we started developing this project. It was a long way. It took about 5 years. See,
Oop, did we lose them? I think they froze up on us here. All right, we'll bring him back in here in just a moment. So, why don't we go to this? Let's have Valerie come on and join us. Valerie, you're living in one of these homes. Seems like we're having some Italian internet connections. How are you, Valerie?
Hi, Dave. I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show today. And I think we got Giustano and them back as well. So we better keep running with them too. So I'm just going to leave everybody on screen here. So go ahead, Nico. You guys froze up on us again there, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going with it. So we were talking about the passion
Sorry
of it.
for.
Hey, listen.
Yes, the
It,
passion is something that came from the family.
yeah.
This family has been in the wooden trading since the 70s, and then the second generation, so Giustino, start building with wood rather than just trading wood, and so it's a long, long story on our back, really,
Well, and
really.
and and Giustano, I know you speak English and you're not saying much because you don't speak very good English in your opinion, but you dance all over me. So I think you're doing an amazing job, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun to get into it. So, Nico, where are you guys standing right now?
We're staying in our factory in Città Sant'Angelo. On my back, you can see a Model T under construction.
Okay.
Yes, that's where we produce our houses. All the production is based in Italy at the moment, and we are delivering worldwide, shipping from here. So you can see a Model T on my back. There's a Model A on the other side of the factory. You can see.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's the
Yeah.
other shape of the house. Yes,
So that's
of
an
course,
A-frame. So let me ask you
that's
this:
an
that
A-frame.
A-frame, yeah,
That's
is
the first model we developed. The A-frame is the first model we developed. Then we realized that maybe some customers will need more useful surface upstairs. So we
Mhm.
tried to solve the A-frame issues about the upstairs, floor.
Right.
And we came out with a Model T, and now we are launching our Model C. So
So
we
if
are,
I'm looking at
yeah.
this correctly, that is 5 sections put together to make that size. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. The base section is 2.2 meters by 6, and we can attach basically how many units section we
Yeah.
want to start from a house of 50 square meters, so about 600 square foot, to the largest one. For example, Valerie's,
Yep.
it's about something like 1,600 square foot. So yeah, we
Oh
can
yeah.
start from the smallest one, increasing the size as per our customer needs.
Right. Well, you can see where Valerie's sitting there. I mean, there is plenty of room and comfort in your house, Valerie. I mean, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Did you decorate it
Okay.
yourself?
Uh, yes, but I didn't have so much to do because the house came, it was almost finished with
Yeah.
a wood finishing, you see, with the color in my back, and I just had to put my furniture in and the kitchen.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're gonna hop into some more of this. All right, Nico, let's get into this. Right, we got foldable technology. You said it took about
Yeah.
5 years for this vision to actually come to life. You're building all over the world now. And Valerie, I think we had a mistake. You're in Switzerland right now. That's where your home is, or is it in
No,
France?
the house is in France.
The house is in France, right?
I'm
Yep.
living in Switzerland, and it's my kind of weekend house on on
Okay,
the
got it.
countryside.
Just so we did get it right. Good. Just wanted to make sure. All right, Nico, let's get into this. Let's talk about the R&D and the patented folding system that you guys have come up with. What's so important and special about what you guys have done here?
The work was about engineering the hinges, because it's all about the hinges. And so yes, we at the end last year's submit for a brand new patent called A-Fold, and we have of course our tech department working on it. And yeah, it's patented, and but I can assure you that mm, that there's a huge job under this system, and to finally come to something that really works and that allows to deliver fast,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, houses.
Perfect, perfect. So, and with this, and Valerie's still with us. Don't worry, everybody out there, she's still here.
Mhm.
But with your system, I mean, these look like they're really heavy, steel or metal brackets that you're using for this. Is that accurate?
During these years, what we have done is to reduce the quantity of steel in the house, actually. So we are using plate, steel plate, put in the glue laminated timber, so to avoid thermal breach. As you can see, you just see some part of the hinges. There's not a huge metal structure. It's all about plate inserted in the glue laminated timber, creating a series of hinges. So that was part of the job, to avoid to use too much steel, to avoid thermal breach in the structure. Because one of the features of this house is the energy efficiency. It's very, you know, uh, um,
Yeah, energy
high
efficient.
energy efficient house.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a
Yeah,
little bit about that in just a moment. So let's talk
yeah.
about the structure itself. Is it are they solid? Like what are the walls made of? Can you share that with us? I mean, I
It,
see you
it's
have some
it's a
CLT and
timber
some.
frame. No, we are not using CLT for the
Okay,
construction of the A-fold, even if we produce CLT in this factory, but we prefer to use a timber frame system for these houses because it's lighter and
hmm,
because allow us to reach a very high hard factor is the value you use in the
yeah,
USA. We
right.
use the U value, but it's
Okay,
pretty the same. And so no, it's a timber frame. It's a timber frame made with glue laminated timber. So very solid, very durable, and
okay.
easy to work because every single element of the structure is worked on CNC machine.
So it's very
Every hole,
precise.
every cut, yeah, it's very precise, and it's very easy for us to assemble in our factory. Yeah.
Yeah. And how many units are you guys currently producing? Per
Sorry, Dave.
how many units? How many houses do you produce a year right now?
At the moment, we have order for about other 50, 55 houses between Italy, France, Panama, Israel, and yes, we shipped a couple of houses in the USA. But of course, if we really want to go global, we have to set up new factories in the USA, Dave, because we are getting a lot of inquiries. We are raising a lot of curiosities from a lot of customers in the USA. Of course, it's very hard to manage everything from Italy. We
Yep.
did that. We installed a couple of houses in Michigan, and it was quite an adventure, but we did it. But we did
Sure.
it. And so, yes, what we are basically looking for is for partners and people that are interested in working with us in the USA because we really believe it's a huge market for us. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely is a big market for you. And you'll be surprised to know, but since I started marketing this and putting it out there, I have quite a few people that would love to speak with you. And we'll talk a little bit about that later as well. So, all right,
Yeah.
let's get into the sustainability side of this. And then what we will do is we're going to show another time lapse video. And we'll show that time lapse video and after we talk about the sustainability of what you're doing in the environment. Why don't you talk us through like the sustainability side of how you guys do your operation and build?
Yeah. First of all, the insulation. It's the main issues here. Our R factor is about 60, 55,
Wow.
60, depending on the model. And yes, and it's increasable because we know that there's some area in the USA that request some very high R factor. And there is no gas in the house. Everything is with heat pump cooling and heating is with heat pump, solar system, and solar system for the domestic hot water. And so the house is very efficient. The house is very efficient.
Yeah.
Plus, all the elements are coming from certified supply chain. So all the wood is coming from certified forest. And we really care about the environment, and we are really struggling to do everything possible to respect the environment
Mhm.
in building our houses.
Yeah. And I think that's the way forward. I think that's what we need to do to protect our planet and make a safer place
Yeah,
for the next generation coming. And you
definitely.
can definitely do it out of wood. in
Yeah.
an environmentally friendly way, which I love. So, Nico, let's why don't we show this next time lapse, and then after we watch this video, walk us through the process of one, how does one work with you? How do they design their home? And then I want to talk about how much of the finishing of the project do you do? So let's watch this video first, and then we can talk about all that. Sound good?
Yeah. Well, sound good?
We look for high efficiency and natural materials to create comfortable and cozy homes. We believe in sustainability, design, and quality to be the main pillars of the new housing of this era. That's why we decided to partner up with Foldable and started the building process of this Model T show house here in Tarragona, in Spain.
All right. So, I mean, look at that. I mean, how many days was that start to finish?
Just to set up the house, it was about 3 days. And this is a very particular case because the lady we have just seen is Andrea Castillo, is a co-founder of Marshall Homes, Spain, and they are our partners in Spain. So that's why the house came without internal finishing. It was just agreed between us that they would take care of completing the house inside. But usually, what we are delivering to our customer is a complete finished house. So all the internal paneling, all the electrical, thermal system, everything is included in the house, and everything is about 80% installed in the factory. What we cannot do in the factory is to set up the staircase and install the bathroom fixtures and
Yeah.
very very little. So
But
yes,
is
and
the
another particular very interesting point about that house as well as Valerie's, the house is not installed on a concrete foundation. It's installed on a screw pile system foundation, so that we are really not having an impact on the soil and on the environment.
wow.
There
So,
is
and
no concrete foundation. So
do you ship the screw piles with the house?
yes, of course, we can do that. We can ship
Oh,
and install the screw piles, of course.
I love it. Yes, of course. That's what I heard. We will fix it, right? Or we'll solve it.
Yeah, we will
That's
fix it. We will
that's
fix
Nico's
it.
way. We'll,
That's our motto.
well, I think it's a great motto. Tell me, is the wiring, so all the wiring, the lighting, how does that work in your homes?
It's everything is installed in our factory, including the wiring, including the lighting, including everything. So yes, we have just to connect to the main grid, make some attachments between the units, and just to connect to the main grid. All the plumbing is already installed. All the attachments for the kitchens are ready. So yeah, the job to get done on the building sites is very little.
Sure. And what about
as you
approvals?
can see on my back, we have the electrical pipes already installed on the walls and on the internal walls too. So yeah, everything is wired, so it will be very easy.
Yeah, to put together. And then you just ship with the house the toilets and the sinks, anything that needs to be installed in site still comes with the house. You just install it once it's up. Got it.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Correct. And what about your mate walls? How do you tie the structure together when you put two units back to back?
Yeah, it's using screws, basically. Huge screws that have been calculated from our engineers. So screws are enough to seal and put tight the units. Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. All right, so why don't we bring Valerie into the conversation? Valerie is somebody who currently lives. This is her second home, but has one of these and lives in it when she's there. And she's getting ready to start her garden and some other things. But I think it's so important to show. And then we have another video that actually shows Valerie's house, which I think will be a lot of fun as well. So why don't we bring Valerie? All right, Valerie, you're back. I know you came in, you saved the day in the beginning, so we appreciate you here. So Valerie, why don't you tell us from your experience, how was the process of, one, working with A-Fold? I can already tell working with Nico is a fun thing to do in Astana.
So I think it was really nice to work with them. The proof is we still talk to each other even after a house construction project, and you see many things can happen. And what was really interesting, it was a real adventure, because the house that you see here was really the first one after they developed a new patent. So it was a real pilot project. And when I say pilot, I think we tested many things. We tested the storm during construction. It was a real, the Babel tower we had on the construction site. We had 4 or 5 different languages. We managed the project from 3 countries, but it was really, I have to say, we had fun. And when I called Nico and I wrote, honestly, we managed the whole project via WhatsApp. I said, Nico, we have a problem. And he answered, we will find a solution. So it was really, it is the development, that I really wanted to develop an idea and to test things and to see what can work, what can be developed, but test and adjust. And it's what we did with the project.
I want, for everybody that's out there watching this, I see that we got some tried and true manufacturers and other builders out there. But if you're a consumer and you're interested in products like this or any project, as Valerie just said, I will tell you now, there isn't a single project in the world that has happened without a hiccup or some unknown. It's not the manufacturer. It's not the builder's fault in most cases. It's just the nature of what we do in the environment, because every site is different. No matter what you do, it's no different than baking cakes. One baker bakes it different than another baker, but there's always going to be differences in something. Not sure that was the best analogy, but that's what came to mind. So with that, why don't we show your house, Valerie, and then we can talk a little bit about what it's like living in it. How's that sound? this is where you're sitting right now, Valerie. Like, so you're looking out the window of that gorgeous view.
Yeah, I have a beautiful view on. So I'm in France, but I see Germany. I see the Black Forest in front of me and the old village of Blotzheim. So the
Yeah.
view is beautiful. It's beautiful piece of land, and it was a perfect place to have this house here.
Sure. Now, why did you pick A-Fold to want to build your house? Nico, shut your ears just in case.
So I think I had a long reflection, on habitat, the surface we really need, the impact on the land, the durability of the material, also the long-term maintenance. So I was honestly doing, as everyone, searching internet for good idea. At the beginning, I focused maybe more on Scandinavian house because in Europe, when you think wooden house, you think more on Norway or this country. But then when I came across the Untitled project, who was really a good combination of sustainability and Italian designs, and I made my choice to work
Yeah,
to go for this project.
sure. And it's a beautiful house, so congratulations on that for sure. We did have a question, Nico. Matteo
Yeah,
Otway asked, "What materials do you use on the inside of the walls?"
yeah, we can use different materials. Valerie's house is paneled inside. We installed birch panels, but that's an option. We can use any kind of wooden panel or drywall or boarding, as in Spain. So whatever the client needs or wants, I think we can install. We can do
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
sure, sure.
birch panels are gorgeous,
Right,
really.
they are. So Tim Kuntz says, Dave, I spoke with Nico 3 years ago about patty design and licensing. Okay, possibly a North American factory. Do they plan to grow in North America? If so, how?
I would say that that's why we are here.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically, what we need to expand in America is partners over there. We are a medium company in Italy, and we cannot manage a huge market like the American one. So, yeah, we are in touch with a lot of potential investors and people who is interested in buying or in collaborating with us, and that's the only way. That's the only way for
right.
us. Yeah, and we
Yeah,
have
for
to
sure.
set up a factory over there. No way
Love it.
to transport our houses from Europe to the USA. We can do that. We can ship 2 units in a 40-foot containers, but at the moment, transport is very, very expensive. Now,
It,
we are hoping that it will came back to some kind of normality because now it's crazy.
yeah,
I
well,
mean,
with
prices.
gas and everything else going. Peter Molinar in
Yeah,
the house.
prices.
What's happening, Peter? He says when buildings this style is construction in Canada, they are known as A frames. Every Canadians say A. A, how you doing? A, right?
Hey,
Not picking
yeah,
on my Canadians there, but that's the they're called A frames. That's kind of funny. Thank you, Peter. I love some humor. Andrew Seeley's joining with us. He says hello to Peter that's out there. Tim also says Canada is ready to welcome the system, funding, factory, location, skilled labor, best-in-class technology, partnerships, private equity, government housing, and support. So it looks like you got a big fan here with Tim Kuntz definitely on the bandwagon. And
thanks.
listen, if you
Thanks a
guys are
lot.
out there, if you're watching this, you need to make sure you go and check out A-Fold. Make sure you follow Nico and everything that they are doing at A-Fold. They have an awesome Instagram and YouTube and everything else and a great website. And as always, make sure you subscribe to Dave Cooper Live after this show. You can watch all this great information over and over again. And if you're not tuning in live and you're going to watch this like most people are watching it, and that's Saturday morning with coffee or something, we appreciate all the support that you give us. So we love it. All right. So listen, guys, we're at our time mark here. Nico, what did we not cover? What do we have to talk about A-Fold that I missed?
I think that you said almost everything in your introduction because the A-fold houses are affordable, are sustainable, are easy to install, and fast to install. So yeah, this is the main. These are the main features of our house. And I don't know, maybe that it would be great to work with us. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think you got a great salesperson below you, Valerie. She's ready to quit her full-time
Yeah.
job, from what I understand, as soon as she can convince you of that. No, I'm just teasing. But I think
I have to say something. I want to say something about Valerie because we owe her a lot because she believed in us since the beginning. She really liked the idea when we just prototype a couple of houses, and she took a risk. She faced a challenge, and yes, we owe her a lot. We are bringing people at Valerie's every week to see the house, and
yeah.
so thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But it was really worth it because it's such a great concept, and all the friends when they come, they feel so good in this house, and it's a perfect place to really be with friends and waiting to have my garden and also enjoy the terrace. But really a great concept, and I'm really happy to have done this adventure with you.
Awesome. Well, listen, I think it's a good adventure when you have good people doing good work. There's always ups and downs, but it's Nico's response of we will find a solution is how we become better, and that's how you build trust with the
Yeah.
consumer as well. That's out there trusting in you, right? It's a work in progress always. So awesome. Valerie, thank you so much for joining us and giving up your time today. Nico, this is awesome, man. I know we had some internet glitches in the beginning, but
Yeah.
listen, we're thousands of miles away, and look, we're showing factories to people that normally wouldn't be able to see what you do and what you're all about, right? People buy from people they like, and I love showcasing people with passion, people like yourself, Giustano, and yourself, Nico, and to have a customer come on and do a testimonial who doesn't get commissions or paid from you. I've heard we got to talk about that, Nico.
Yeah,
is-
we talked about a couple of beers, so
Yeah,
no
right.
big deal.
I think that's absolutely fabulous, and we got some great things coming in. We got Kirk Hudson from Calgary. Hey, Kirk, that's what we were saying. That's how you say A-frames in Calgary. He's up there in that world. All right, listen, everybody. I want you to make sure you reach out and follow and like and ask any questions you have of Nico. If you guys are looking to do business here in the United States, they're open for business. Let's go. Let's bring some of these over here. I think they would make a great introductory to our market. I think other than you said Michigan, I could see these in a lot of other places other than Michigan as well. So we appreciate all of you. And Mark Bare Naked Willie says, thank you, Nico, as well. Mark's on our BS Friday show. Speaking of BS Friday, thank you, Mark, for putting that up there. Eric On is live this Friday. We're going to be talking about a mechanical system, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun this Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern on BS Friday with my good friend, Bearded Mark Naked Willie. And he doesn't come on the show naked anyhow. One last question. Can they explain the steel connection and getting it passed through the building codes in Europe and the homes they have done in the USA? There you go. Can you take that one, Nico, real quick?
Can I explain the steel connection? Oh, what does it mean? I mean,
I guess the plates. How do the plates work?
Yeah, we should.
Can you show one?
Closer to.
Yeah.
I don't think so because everything inside it's put inside the glue laminated system, the glue laminated timber. So it's not outside. I cannot show you the hinges on the structure because they covered with wood.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So maybe if I share this,
I could collect some plates around the factory and show. But
no,
maybe
that's okay. I think we have another way of doing this. Let me add this back to the stream here, and I believe somewhere in here. There you go. Yeah. Doesn't that show the plates right there?
Yes, that show the hinges on top of the roof. Yes, not the ones inside the vertical wall. But yeah,
that are here, right? But I'm assuming it's a similar type of connection, just smaller and in the wall. Yes,
it's smaller.
Yep.
It's smaller.
Right. So that's kind of what they're looking at then. And then he was asking about the building codes, getting it passed through Europe and the United States. Are you having any issues getting the building codes passed?
Some kind of issues, but mostly related to the system because we have different standards. The structures is not the main issue. We have just to work on the system. So electrical, plumbing, AC systems, because The structure is pretty easy to calculate according to your local building code. So no, I wouldn't say the structure is an issue.
Yeah. And if I want one in, let's say, Florida, you guys will help me get all the approvals?
Of course we will. Of course we will. All you need is a technician of yours that will work with us for a couple of weeks.
I love it. I love it. All right, great. Well, listen, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We are out of time. Valerie, thank you so much. Nico, thank you so much. Both of you stay right there. I'll come back to you after the outro, so don't hang up. And then the rest of you out there, again, please join us this Friday with my good friend, Mark Barenaked Willie. Nobody knows more about Passive House construction than that guy right there. We're going to have Eric on live, which is going to be talking about mechanicals. You want to learn about some good stuff? You got to join us this Friday, 1 p.m. with my good friend, Mark Barenaked Willie. All right, and everybody else that's out there, we are headed to, where am I going? San Antonio on Saturday. That's right. Well, Saturday night. So I'll be in San Antonio through Tuesday, and then Tuesday I'm heading to Phoenix. That's right, to Advancing Prefab, one of the greatest shows on earth when it comes to offsite construction. So be sure to look me up if you're going to be at Advancing Prefab. I'll be there Tuesday, leaving Saturday morning. Outside of that, I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your week. It is hump day, so hopefully this helps you get through the day much easier. I'm Dave Cooper. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.